In today's video, we're learning the 10 rules for strong hooks. At the end of this video, you'll learn the 10 rules of how to apply to your headlines, to your hooks, and anything that will capture people's attention, whether that is text, visual, or auditory. Let's go. So these rules are something that I developed through reading a lot of books regarding copywriting. I will list a couple of books below that I'd recommend that you catch it, but this will go back into practice. You don't become a master of capturing attention in the first couple of days. You will have to master craft it, and the more you live life, the more you'll be able to understand the nuances of life and what do people actually want. Because at the end, you're appealing to people. This is psychology 101. So what are we going to talk about? First, magnet. So your hook, the first thing that it has to do is has to capture attention. So capture attention as a magnet, it attracts someone. It's easy for people to understand what are you talking about, right? And it's sexy. It's something that you want people to really grasp, okay? And when you magnetize something, you are first setting expectation, attracting, you're giving the first impression. So first impressions matter no matter what they say. You only have one chance to interact with someone. So make your best foot forward and make sure they have the best impression. Connect. Then this comes to your audience. You have to really know who your target audience is. Right now, my audience is coaches and life coaches. We need to create hooks for their videos, for their social media, for growing. And by the way, they can grow with me if they click the book a call with me below. But it's about knowing and understanding the pain and the desires of your client. So what are they in pain of? What do they desire? What are their fears? What's keeping them from really tapping into what they want to do in their life? Mystery. And this is, again, I said 10 rules for strong hooks, and I gave you a bunch of words, but you don't know what the hell am I talking about yet. So you keep the mystery, you keep them hooked, you deliver value one step at a time. And that's how I would say revealing, not vomiting info. Because if you reveal the content, and expressing the content little by little, you will get them hooked. And then this happened, but then this happened, but then suddenly this happened, and finally this happened. Oh my God, this is crazy, and then this happened. So the more you reveal the information, but not, and you have to keep mysterious, because if you give all of it away, why should they join your program? Why should they join your course? So there should be this mystery aspect that people don't quite get or grasp. What is that magic behind you? What is that thing that makes you you? That's super, super important. Then when it comes to data, percentages, it's about giving data. 30% of our clients reach $1 million under a year. Information. This recent study found out that if you don't ejaculate in 10 years, you will become a Super Saiyan. Stats. 5% of women actually don't like to have sex. The rest, you're not treating them well enough. Sources is, okay, it's Bloomberg, it's financial, it's Yahoo Finance, it's a study, it's your cousin. What is the source that immediately add into your hook? Power. So power talks into power words. We want to talk about words that activate emotions, words that are like dominate, conquer, win. If we go also here, we will talk about specifics. So 10 rules to achieve greatness, 7 steps for greatness, 3 pillars for success, 10 rules for strong hooks. There you go. You see, if you start adding on top of each other the different hooks, the hook becomes much more powerful. You don't need to use all of them at once, but you have to mix and match all the rules together. Okay, that's super important. Now we're gonna use about power words. We have to capture emotion. We have to make them feel something. So make them feel something. My coach for viral videos used to tell me, use curse words. So this is fucking amazing, or this is fucking insane, or whatever. If you curse, you will capture attention. Or you can use like words like dominate, reveal, unblock, okay? Now we're gonna go into tutorial. What does tutorial mean is the how-to. So people want to learn stuff when they're buying stuff, okay? So what does that mean? Like how to do X. This is solutions oriented. This is a precise call to action. This is a precise value proposition. People know that at the end of a specific video, they will get something. At the end of this specific video, you will receive the 10 rules for strong hooks. So it's important about being particular, specific about the how-to process, and you do it by steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and that's something that you deliver in the video. But the hook has to engage and give the mystery of, okay, this is going to happen, and this is the clear value proposition, and this is the tutorial, and then you expand it. But the goal of the hook is one thing, is when it's a hook for a video, is get people to click. When it's on an email, is get people to read the second line. When it's on a VSL, is read the second line. When it's on the caption, is keep reading the next of the caption. So hooks, what it does is it hooks you in. When it's at the start of a video, it just makes you start watching the video, and it keeps you for longer. That's why I again said this in the title and this at the first start of the video, so people understand, so people can actually grasp what I'm trying to give you and what's the price that they're gonna get if they listen to the entire video, okay? Now, when it comes to you, is who do you address to? So right now, we're talking about all the things that you have to do to attract people, but the people that you're actually attracting, they like second person, active voice. So when I'm directing to you in this video, I'm talking to you. It's as if I was talking to you specifically, not like a big crowd, because if I was presenting, I would be looking all over, right? I'm trying to look at the camera most of the time, and I'm trying to emphasize different concepts that appeal to the viewer specifically, because you're not watching this on the cinema with other people. You're watching this by yourself, probably by the cell phone in the toilet, and you make sure you wipe correctly. And it has to have active voice, because if you're talking about, you see, if you talk about certain things versus talking about certain things, it's more precise and more direct. So it's not 10 rules for making strong hooks, or how to, you see, it's making strong hooks is less powerful than saying 10 rules for strong hooks. Or you can say how to make 10 hooks, which is again, an active voice. And when you talk to the person directly, it will capture their attention more, because it feels that you're talking directly to them, okay? Urgency. So why you should watch the video? Why should people read it now? Like, they have so many things and distractions in life that why should they care about you? That's the urgency. So you can use scarcity, few spots left, limited offer, ending tomorrow. It's time sensitive. And why you should do it? Because when people feel a sense of urgency, they act quickly and they act fast, and they can take upon your offers. If you leave it to, they might not watch it, okay? So when I do offers specifically also, I say like, hey, right now I'm offering this price, and probably in the next couple of months, I will have to have higher prices. So make sure that you fill out that. Make sure that you implement sensitive, scarcity, and it's time sensitive. In this specific hook, I didn't do it, but I could say 10 rules for hooks, for strong hooks in 2025. That will create more urgency, because people are more prompted right now to, okay, it's 2025, what works in social media, what's important, why should I care? Okay, let's start doing it. Test, 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 and test. This is probably one of the most important parts of the rules of the entire video, because if you don't test, you don't learn. You have to iterate, you have to practice. Like my team always asks me, how do you come up with cool hooks? Because I'm writing 10 times more hooks than they are. So you have to test, you have to find the topics, right? You elaborate the hooks, and then you repeat different versions of the hooks until you find, applying these rules, the best ones ever. And when you post a video or when you post a VSL or an email and you see and you compare different versions, you will see data-driven decisions. So what will that help you is actually, okay, from these two hooks, this one got 500 likes, this one got 5. Okay, we know that this one sucked, that one is good. And you have to ask more people. You have to not only stay in your head, because the more you test, the more you compare with other people, the more open you will, the bigger range you will be able to decide what is actually happening. And of course, make sure that you're talking with professionals or talking with people that are close to your target audience. You won't tell a doctor something about marketing to dog owners because it's not the audience. And then truth. So right now we're in the crisis of truth. If you see my other video here of the hook framework, then truth talks about, okay, we live right now where everyone is promising $1 million tomorrow. And it's not like that. It can happen, but it's not like that most of the cases. So try to validate, make promises that are actually deliverable and that they feel believable. So it can be big promise, but if it makes sense. What will allow that? It's like big promise backed by, so for example, my previous boss told, we will get you 50 new clients in a month or you will not pay, or we will work for free until you do, okay? So you make big promises in the hook or in the sub headline, so you can really build credibility and people actually believe what you're saying and they can take upon your offers. Because if you just do, I will promise you $1 million tomorrow, people won't believe you because it's not as easy as that. And people have a really big understanding and a deeper understanding of what is possible and what is not possible in the online world. It's still really, really early, but I really want you to get the concepts dialed in. And if you start applying the 10 rules for strong hooks, I guarantee that you will become better at your titles, at your videos, and you can teach this to more people. You can teach this to your team, share this to others. This is something that I develop with my clients and I go through their own offers and try to create powerful hooks for them. So make sure that if you want support with this, you hire a professional like the ones that we are. We've already 20 coaches working with us and we're growing consistently. So make sure that you book a call below and subscribe. This is the free value that you receive, but if you want done for your services, make sure that you take advantage of it before my prices go up. See you on the next video. Make sure that you subscribe.